What's up, you guys, and welcome to Sex Talk with T. Graye. I am your host, T. Graye. It has been a fantastic weekend, y'all. I had too much fun. That's why your girl is a little late today. Okay, so I apologize, but we are here. We're ready to have a good time. I have a fantastic comedian, content creator in the building, Damari A. Johnson. Come on in.
I'm gonna make my I'm gonna
Let's
make
clap
my
it up.
own
Let's clap
noise.
it up. Yeah,
I'm
let's
gonna make
clap
my
it
own
up.
noise because ain't no noise in here.
Brr, brr, brr,
Put some ones
brr.
in the comment. All right, yeah, whatever.
Yes, I want to see them hearts going up. I want to see them hearts.
Yeah,
So welcome. I'm glad to have you on.
yeah. I'm glad to be here. Thank you.
Yeah, super funny. Keep me entertained. Okay, I'm a little bit selfish in this moment, you guys. You keep me entertained like hell. So you all make sure that if you don't know him now, you better know him after today because he definitely will keep those laughs coming. Your skits are hilarious. Your stand up is great. Um, I heard you're a fantastic dude on the low. I was asking about you. That's what the people said.
Oh, see, I didn't know.
People
I
said,
didn't nobody tell me you asked either. They just
yeah,
faking.
I be
Yeah,
on, I be on the low.
research. Okay, cool.
So before we even jump into all the sexual things, you guys, I want to make sure that everybody knows where they can follow you. And you have some great events coming up with some faves of mine. You guys is gonna be with TK Kirkham coming up soon.
Yeah,
He's been on the
legend.
show. You're gonna be with Daniel Dugar coming up soon. I just worked with him over the weekend. Fucking
Another
love
one.
him. But
Another
yeah,
legend.
so we're
Yeah.
gonna get these things up on screen, you guys, so you can see it and you can tell everybody one where to follow you and what you got coming up.
All right. Well, number one, y'all can follow me at this is underscore DJ TV on Instagram. This is actually spelled correctly because people be DIS. No, this is
Yes, yes.
underscore DJ TV. And then as far as what's coming up, like she said, just more shows. These two shows I've been promoting more in particular because, like I said, I'm on here with some people that I look up to, and some legends, like I said. And I'm on here with CMAC Productions, which is out here in Bakersfield, California, and we put on some great shows. So these are two that I'm really excited about. So yeah, and there'll be more to come. So yeah, make sure y'all follow me, like she said. But yeah.
But yeah, and we're going to definitely make sure that we revisit that at the end of the show so you all don't forget. But one thing that I reposted today because I thought the shit was absolutely hilarious was the song that you all did about pulling out the pull out game. So I
Oh,
thought that that would be a fantastic place to start because when it comes to a man's pull out game, now, I'm gonna just keep it real.
time out. You really did research because that is like well over a year old. Okay, but go ahead.
What I want to know is the burden of responsibility with the pullout. Now, some men will say it's the woman because oh, it's too good. I can't. And then some brothers come in the bedroom and be like, oh no, I got this. I got total dick control. Who's the real bearer of responsibility with the pullout game?
Oh no, it's definitely the man. Number
Okay.
one, and I say this because the decision at the end of the day is up to you. You got to be disciplined out here.
Mhm.
Uh, have I always been that disciplined? No, I do have two babies of my own. So this song kind of didn't apply to me. It just was advice for everybody else.
Right. No,
But
definitely.
but you definitely want to be disciplined, especially if you out here, not with one person. You
Mhm.
can't be just leaving it in everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Do you pull in? Do you ride around random neighborhoods and just pull in people's garage and leave your car there? No. Park on the street. Like, don't just be,
That's a fantastic analogy.
don't just be out here. Don't just. So yeah, that's what the song was about. Just like we said in the beginning, we just wanted to give y'all some advice. You know what I'm saying? And that's where it came from. But yeah, I definitely think it's up to the man, and they're trying to get rid of that responsibility. I don't know if you've seen the male birth control coming out.
I did. I
Yeah.
did.
So I guess that's gonna help a little bit, but then it's gonna be up to the man too to make sure he's taking his pill. So
Listen, and I feel like men should have had birth control in that way or in that method a long time ago. I
uh,
feel like it
I don't know
should
if it
have
would have
been.
changed. I don't know if it would change anything because we just gonna lie.
I mean, but I think it would have leveled out the playing field. And I
Yeah.
say that because there's so many men who feel like, oh, if the girl's on birth control, that it relieves them of responsibility. And not worried about getting condoms, and not worried about this, and not worried about that. Yet I know some babies here now that came on birth control. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think that if men had a pill, if they had to go get a shot every 3 months, if they had to get some shit inserted, like the stuff that women have to go through, like I think again it would level out the playing field. Definitely a
See,
man who does not want kids would make sure he does not have kids.
yeah. I just where will we get anything inserted is my problem. Because that's my
I
question. Doc,
mean,
where are you going?
you
Doc, you gonna put it in my ear? Where are you gonna insert this birth control?
listen. So we get shit inserted, of course, internally. But there's also an implant that goes in a woman's arm.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, that shit look crazy going in there too. I watched it a few times. I'm in the medical field. That shit look crazy. But I mean, for a dude, I'm sure we can find a nice little place above the hip,
Okay. Yeah.
right at the bottom of the shaft. Like
It would have to be. I do think it would have to be something that gets like inserted somewhere because
you
I
slide
can't
that
trust
shit in your
us.
gooch.
I can't. Yeah. Not. Yeah. That's too close. That at that point, at that point, we in dangerous territory. I can't. But yeah, because I don't trust us to take a pill and not lie about it.
I get it. I
Because
get it.
yeah,
It's a very important, but I think also touchy topic when it comes to the burden of responsibility. Of course, I feel at the end of the day, all of us are responsible for our actions in the bedroom. And as a woman, if you're going to be with a man and to trust him to pull out, that I think takes a lot. You know what I mean? I think it takes a lot of sexual experience with that particular partner to trust their pullout game. And then you have to have the conversation. Okay, even if you pull out and I get pregnant, then what? So I think too that conversation also needs to occur prior to the Russian roulette game. Because
the
at the
thing
end
is,
of the day, that's what it is.
more important than the conversation before or after sex, the conversation during sex is the one. Because we could talk about whatever before, but
Mhm.
you get in positions where you in there and people start making requests that their brain is
Yes.
somewhere else, and people
Yes.
sometimes live up to them requests like, I want you to leave it in or whatever, and you got to be the one to be like, I can't do that. Like, don't never stop being
Right.
present.
So let me tell you, as a woman, I hate that conversation. Like, don't switch my sexual gears in that mode. And I've had men who, we in it. It's great. And, and then they hit you with the can I come inside of you? Now we've already had a discussion about I don't want to have any kids right
Yeah.
now. This is not my plan. This is not our plan. We've already agreed that this is not where we're going with it. And granted, I know it's good and the Lord bless me. But in that moment, it's like when you're asking and it's, oh, I just want to. And I'm like, no, don't. And, I don't want to. You know what I mean? It's like
Yeah.
now I have a mental shift because now I'm nervous. Now I'm scared that you're going to slip up anyway. Now I'm
Yeah.
scared that you're not going to have enough strength, power, whatever the hell it is inside of you that takes to get up out of there. Like now I'm nervous. And so now as we're finishing, I'm like, my body language has changed because I'm like, you know
Yeah.
what I
The
mean?
whole
Like,
mood
I,
is ruined.
right? Like I'm trying my best. I don't wanna squeeze on him. I don't want this to be no better than what it is right now. It's like, oh, mentally, you gotta stay right there. And as a woman, how do you keep your cooch like right there? Like that's what my experience has been is
Yeah.
once the verbal part happens, it's a mental shift. I'm no longer thinking about pleasure or intimacy or in any of the things. Now I'm scared. Now I'm fearful. Now I just really want to get up out of there. I want you to just get up out of there and let's just finish some other kind of way.
Yeah.
um Definitely can be a shift. So, have you had that experience as a man where the woman said or did something that created a mental shift during sex?
Definitely. Where you start asking questions. So I always tell. I had this conversation with my friends before about like don't make promises while you in there that you're not trying to keep when you get out.
Right.
So so girls are, so some dudes that get in there and they start saying whatever, I love you, uh, this is yours,
Yeah.
all type of things that's not the truth when they get up out of there. So I just tell all my friends like, yo, don't let her ask you no questions, and either don't say nothing or answer honestly. So she be like, is this
Mhm.
mine? Just stay quiet, change the subject. Did we lock the door?
You're
did
like,
we
nah.
did we lock the door?
It's still that niggas from last week though.
Yeah. Did you hear that? The baby waking up? I don't got a baby, but is it waking up? Change the subject. Don't do not be like, yeah, it's yours. So now you get honest. Well, he said no.
Right.
Yeah,
Yo, that is a very interesting point. The whose is it question
yeah,
during sex. Don't I'm one of those people who I don't like a lot of questions after sex. I don't like the post-sex survey that some men give or the 20 questions because as soon as you're finished, as soon as he gets down, you get down, whatever the case may be, it's the, well, how was it? Well, how did this feel? Well, what was your favorite part? Well, did this, do that, and did I, did that, and did I please you? And did I, I'm like, look, I'm just trying to enjoy my nut real quick. Like, let me, you know
yeah. I
what I
just
mean?
feel like I don't know. If you pay close enough attention, probably should not have to ask. If you gotta be like, so how? What you think?
Right.
You like
Right.
you insecure about you. I think everybody knows when they gave their best effort, and everybody
Yes.
know when they're like, damn, I didn't really go in there and do my thug thizzle like I wanted to. I think everybody knows that, man or woman, when you did a good job.
Now that's a very interesting thing. Sexual security.
Yeah,
Um, is the larger scope, you guys, kind of where the conversation just went. Sexual security, being secure with yourself, so that in these moments you're not then creating a space for the partner to be insecure or yourself. And a lot of times when we're having these conversations before, during, after sex, that is what it brings about. It brings about a level of insecurity. And at the end of the day, I don't think anybody really wants to go into the bedroom where there's a lack of confidence. Nobody wants to find out mid stroke that there's a lack of confidence.
yeah,
Nobody wants to find out at the end, you know what I mean? That, hey, whole time you were second guessing, the whole time were in your head, the whole time, like, did you even enjoy it? How can I truly enjoy the sexual experience if I'm in my head the entire time, if I'm always questioning, second guessing? um some of these insecurities are bred from previous experiences. They're bred from our own ideas. They're bred from what society tells us is right about our bodies is wrong. They're bred from all these, it could be anything.
yeah,
But if you enter into the bedroom in that mindset, a lot of people be like, oh, well, it's okay because it's just me, and it's all right if I'm in my head, I'm thinking my right, she all right. That's not the case. The reality of it is that those things then play out in your actions. Those things then play out in your level of passion and how you treat the body and what you do with it.
yeah,
And then your insecurities are now pushed upon your partner. You know what I mean? Now your partner is, and shit is, I'm should not be here right now. Like, it's we,
yeah.
it definitely can play a role.
I think who you're having the conversation with matters too. So if you're having it with a random person, like how was it, or whatever the case may be, those questions are more awkward because it's like I don't even know you,
Mhm.
and and then when you do ask these questions, it's like asking somebody, "How are you doing today?" Are you actually ready for them to tell you, "I'm not doing good"? Because if
Mm,
you say, "How did I do?" or "Did you enjoy yourself?" Are you ready for that person to tell you no?
right.
You really want validation. You don't want them
Mhm,
to tell you no. However, if you're with like somebody you're actually with, like if I'm asking my girlfriend later, maybe not right after, that's weird, but like later on, like at a later time,
mhm,
it's so that we can continue to get better and increase whatever sexual chemistry we have. So I think there's a difference between asking somebody like you're really with versus asking
mhm,
a random person. Because for a
mhm.
random person, it is awkward. Like, how did I do? Look, do you want me to tell you the truth?
Right,
Yeah. So
right. So that's definitely somewhere I want to just kind of lay my hat for a second. Learning about your experiences from your partner's perspective.
Yeah.
So apparently this show today is going to be understanding some shit about yourself, and
Yeah.
this is what Hellas is going today. Um, but learning about yourself through your partner's perspective. A lot of us are selfish lovers. And I say that to say we focus so much on our own ending and our own pleasure and what that person is doing for us that we sometimes negate what they're feeling, what they're experiencing, what have you. Very rarely, and I will probably say this is more women than men, but very rarely do we say, hey, what did I make you experience? How did I make you feel? Is there something I can do to be a better lover? Is there something I can do to, you know, amplify, take things up a notch? What is it I can do to push your sexual limits? It's a lot of things that we can learn from asking our partners. And
Yeah.
sometimes people don't ask anything. They assume. We assume that we just gave you the best head in your life because in our mind, we giving out the best head of your life. We
Yeah.
assume that, if a man, oh yeah, I just wore her out. She sleep. Nah, she probably went to sleep because she was bored. You don't know. Did you ask?
This shit. I'd rather be reading
You
a
know what I
book.
mean? But
Goddamn.
but did you ask? Your partner and a solid, honest partner, not nobody that's on no bullshit, can be a very good gauge or at least a eye opener into who you are as a lover if you're trying to figure it out, into how you can be better if you're trying to figure it out. If you're a person who has these insecurities and you're not sure, you don't want to say, you don't want to question, you don't want your feelings hurt, you're scared it's gonna be this, you're scared of rejection. If you already fucked, you already fucked.
Yeah.
It's okay to begin to ask and talk about and understand what that experience is for that person, how they can experience you more, how they can experience you better, what you can do to take things up a notch. Um, these are things that I didn't begin to ask until later, you guys. It's not like T Gray had this shit on lock forever. I didn't. I was always under the assumption that what I was doing was always great.
And that's because it worked for somebody. But what works for
Right.
somebody don't work for everybody. So I
Right.
think when you get or as you get older, what I'm learning is like you become okay with having uncomfortable conversations. So
Mhm.
whether that's before, after, or depending on the relationship, like in the beginning of me being with my girl now, if like as I'm learning her, she would tell me things like during that she would
Mhm.
like move this way or move that way or whatever.
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
it was never like there may have been one. It was never like an offensive thing because we've always had like uncomfortable conversations, like not even necessarily uncomfortable, but like you say, honest and real conversations to where you can actually say. And she would do the same for like she would ask me. So I think, like you said, it's just about not being afraid to ask, and then also being accepting when you are the one that's being asked.
Indeed.
And then keep it real though. Don't be like, no, no, you're doing great, and they're not doing great. In the back of your mind, you're like, I don't want to hurt your feelings. But
Mhm.
nah, if they not, if you like, hey, look, you need to be doing this, say that if they asking.
So one thing that I've been asking everybody, 2022, we are tackling our sexual bucket list.
Hmm.
You guys, we are tackling what we want to do before we leave here. We are all at the end of a very long pandemic. We're all at the end. Some of us didn't get none, almost damn near half the pandemic. And life is short. If it didn't teach you anything else, we all have to appreciate our tomorrow. So we're adding to the sexual bucket list. If you could put some things on there, give me two sexual bucket list stuff you want to do before you get up out of here.
uh, I ain't never actually thought about this, but now that you asking, now that you asking, I think I would want to have sex on an airplane.
Okay. Okay. You like them tight, small spaces.
Well,
or do you
not
want it full on? Ain't nobody else on the plane, and I'm just getting it.
that's what that would mean. That means I've made it to where I'm somewhere private,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah. So yeah, on a lot of levels, that would yeah. I don't think everybody experienced the Mile High Club. So thinking
Oh,
about because a lot of people say like sex on the beach. Don't nobody like. I don't even like sand on my feet, so I damn sure don't want it in my ass. so, but yeah, off the top of my head, just think about it right now. Probably on the airplane, like a private plane.
okay,
So
okay.
yeah, as far as any extra positions or any of that type of stuff, I don't really got nothing like left on my bucket list like that.
So you feel like you've done it all.
I've done all that I'm about to do. I think.
Amen.
I
I've
think.
done all I can handle. Okay, because it's other
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah, I think so.
Excuse me.
I'm pretty sure.
You're pretty sure.
Yeah, I'm like
So you would
99.
only put that one thing. There isn't anything else that you would add to your bucket list.
Uh, at this point, it would just be about locations. Like,
Mm,
you know,
okay.
like depending on where we at, uh, like just traveling different places and just doing it. So yeah, I don't. And I'm talking about like locations where everybody, like I said, the airplane, everybody don't get to be there. So if I could do some, you know what I'm saying, if I could do some sex in Dubai or something, everybody don't get to experience that. Or somewhere
Yeah.
on the balcony where all you see is ocean. Like stuff like
Yeah.
that at this point.
Oh, I want to do it in Dubai.
Yeah, see? Everybody gets to
It's
experience that.
indeed, indeed. So, just a second ago, you guys, we had kind of dipped into understanding who we are as lovers through our partner's eyes. Um, what do you think is your experience from your partner's perspective? What do you think your partner would say is the experience in being with you?
Hmm. Like what you would like and dislike?
Just how would she describe it? Do you think she'd be like, yo, this was fun, or he's wild, or he's timid, or
Hmm.
he's a biter? Like, like what do you think they experience you as a partner? How do you think you come across? Or what is it that you feel you convey in the bedroom?
Uh, dang, I wish I could ask her.
Where's she at? Let's call her.
She's not here
She
with
at
me.
work, be like, hey, what you
She
say?
was gonna be here with me too. I wish I could ask her. What do I think? Because if I give you my, I feel like I give you my answer, I'm gonna give you like the answer that I literally what she says about me, and she gonna hear this. She gonna be like, "Why did you tell them that?"
Hey, because this is sex talk with T Great. Is what we do. It's what
Yeah.
we do. Yeah, it's what we do.
The first thing she told me, the main thing she would say is, you know, when I first met you, I had to say it because I needed to know if you had a nice. She describes nice penis so for me to be able to deal with. So I feel
Okay.
like if a friend of hers was to ask and she was willing to get in that information, she would say, "Yeah, I like his penis." That's how she would say it.
Amen.
She real proper
Amen.
about
A
the
nice penis is important. Like
yeah. And as far as like
y'all,
describing
for
me as
real.
like
Yeah, it's important. That's a biggie right there.
yeah,
That's a
as
big.
far as
Go ahead.
describing me as like timid or whatever, I don't know how she would describe me in that way.
But in general, just because I am asking from your perspective, what is it that you believe that you convey in the bedroom? What is it that you feel like? What is the experience? I guess let me think of a better way to say it. What is the experience that you intend on giving your partner? Like when you get up and you finish, do you want to walk away? You want her to walk away with what? What is it that you want her to walk away with?
It depends on it depends on the partner. So when I was just out here being random, it was a little less care. I mean, it's like you always care about your performance and all
Mm-hmm.
that,
Mm-hmm.
but like you were saying earlier, a lot of times it can become very selfish. When you get
Yeah.
somebody that you like really with and that you really like love and really care to satisfy, then it becomes about them. So
Mm-hmm.
for her, there's it's just certain things that she told me that she likes that I made sure that I improved on without even like having one thing she told me is like when I wasn't one who was just giving head all the time to just anybody. Like
Mhm.
it's very
Mhm.
hard to get that about me because I just feel like, sexually, the penetration performance is well enough, and I don't want to do that for everybody. So,
Okay.
but her, when I
Mhm.
first was meeting her, she told me, she's like, "Yeah, I'm more of a just in general. I like head." So in my mind, me liking her, that's just what we about to have to do a lot until I become. I gotta be. I'm not gonna ask her because you might not want the answer. I gotta become the best head she's ever had now. Like at this
Right.
point. So
Right.
that's something that's just an example of how when I really like somebody or I really love somebody, it's about them.
Yeah.
It's we worried about you first and we'll get to me later type stuff.
Yeah,
So
that I mean, but that's maturity in
yeah,
the bedroom. You know what I mean?
yeah.
That's maturity. I think that if everybody walked into the bedroom with that notion for their partner, that all experiences would elevate and be great, no matter what it is.
People wouldn't be getting
Um,
cheated on, or they would get cheat. People might get cheated on less because
maybe there are some greedy. There's some greedy people out here.
yeah,
Like there, don't get me wrong. Some people are cheating because of the lack of what they receive at
yeah,
home or wherever. Some, but I feel like it's a larger number of people who cheat just because they're greedy,
yeah,
just because they want what they want when they want it,
yeah.
and you know,
I know some
yeah,
people like that too.
yeah. I'm not. I mean, I'm not no advocate. I'm just saying. I'm not gonna act like I've never, y'all. I'm not gonna act like I'm not. T. Greg gonna act like she no saint on here. I've played every role there could possibly be to play in a relationship dynamic. Um, every role.
Yeah, unless
So
you actually are a saint, then everybody done been through, like you say, every role. Everybody
yeah,
done been the side.
yeah,
Everybody has
yeah.
cheated at some point, been the side dude or side chicks, whatever. You've been,
Do you think that those different titles change your perspective on sex, or and maybe how we handle it, how we deliver it, how we receive it? Do you think playing those different roles changes, especially if you go from one role to the next? Like if you side nigga, now you main nigga. Do you think that those things have an impact?
uh, I think they do because I don't know. I feel like the whole interaction changed, not even just sex. If I go
Hmm.
from side to main, I'm now going from no responsibilities to main nigga responsibilities that I
Hmm.
might not want, whether it's sexually or what you want done on a daily. Like, damn, now I low key gotta bring you some lunch when you ask me to. Whereas the
Hmm.
side nigga, hey, I don't even gotta call you. I gotta answer the phone when you call me now. Dang. Like, so it's just even outside of sex, changing your role might be something you don't want to do anyway.
Hmm.
And then sexually, it's like, damn, when I was a side dude, like it was kind of like fun sneaking. Now you just hear all the time.
Hmm.
Now you can't. Now we don't just have sex and you just go home with your dude. Now like I actually gotta like talk to you afterwards. If I
It's
if I
just a
wasn't really
conversation. It's a
yeah if
how
I
was
wasn't really
your day?
that like damn I've never even really spoke to you like that. I'm realizing I don't like you.
It's a lot of people out here with folks they don't even like.
Yeah, or you didn't know you didn't like him until you had to actually talk to him. It wasn't no like, let's hurry up because I got to get back home. Now it's like, damn, I don't got to get back home. I can actually sit here, and you're like, damn, you talk a lot, like, but
Yeah.
so you might not want
Funny.
might not
That's
want to just
funny. Just
yeah,
shut up when you talking to me.
yeah.
Just
For some people, sometimes it's better to just stay in your role.
so from the first time you had sex to the last time, what do you feel like you've learned about yourself? What have you found about yourself?
Dang, that was so long ago. What have I found about myself?
What have you learned over your span of fucking?
You know
What
what?
have you learned about yourself?
I learned that with maturity comes understanding and like you become so the things that when I was first having sex, there was a lot of stuff that you talk to your friends about it, you be like, bro, I'd never do that.
Mm-hmm.
And so now being like almost 30, you done did damn near all the stuff you said you would never do.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so you at a certain age, you think that it's just the sex is enough, and anything beyond that, even giving head or like anything, is just that's nasty. I'll never do that. I'm gonna
Mm-hmm.
just be cool with just staying in this missionary position forever, or
Mm-hmm.
the furthest I'm gonna go is like doggy style because I seen that in the video.
Mm-hmm.
But you don't think you're gonna like you're not as adventurous at all. And then you get older after you've been doing it for however long, and you realize like all these things are very normal.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
that's probably been the biggest change, or
So do you find that you are adventurous? Do you think that you are?
like I said, that just depends on if I like you. So with my girl now, yes, because I'm planning on being with her,
Mm-hmm.
like for the rest of time. So it's
Oh.
you can be adventurous in different ways with somebody like that you built up a certain level of comfort with, because a lot of
Mm-hmm.
times guys and girls, no matter how much they try to like hide it, you kind of
Mm-hmm.
there are certain things you like you timid about with a new person, because you like, damn, I don't know if they gonna like that, I don't know if this is cool, I don't know, do they, so everybody is in the room trying to like guess and see what's cool, because nobody want to come off as like too disgusting. But when you with somebody, you can be however you want to be, and it's a no judgment zone. So yeah.
Okay. That's very, very interesting. So you're not even 30 yet.
No,
Dang.
not
So
yet.
you
I got a few
haven't
more
even
months.
had the best sex of your life yet, bruh.
I know. I figured I started happening around like 36. Like, 30, I
And
just be like 36 is when they be getting it in.
it, so it's crazy to me, one, that you don't have more things on your bucket list. Okay. That's funny. And then it's crazy to me too that you feel like you've experienced so much. Like you could not have possibly just yet. It's so much shit. And I say that because I am 10 years older than you.
Yeah.
And even with me doing what I do, and I do a lot of research, and I talk to a lot of people, and I try to have a better understanding of things, definitely before I enter into anything. It's so much sexual shit happening out here in these streets, like, and you're on your way, you know what I mean, as a comedian. Entertainer sex be different as fuck.
Hmm.
Like, seriously, like the shit that we hear and see, and we be like, oh, that was funny when people say, oh, well, I went in this house and everybody's having sex, and there was Professor Ogilvy in there fucking in the room. Like, that shit is
I have
legit.
I have
Like
heard
that
I've heard those stories.
that shit is
I've heard
real.
those stories. Yeah, you hear those stories a lot about like just specifically with like drug use and stuff like that going on in certain places. Yeah, I
Mhm.
heard they'd be wilding, but you know, I'm pretty. I don't even smoke weed, so I don't think. I be thinking it'd be the drugs. Like if you hear like,
They did a drug.
if you hear like, yo, I walked in the bathroom and such was in there giving another dude head, or doing
Yeah.
whatever. They had a bunch of cocaine on the counter. Chances are, what I mean. So
So we
you
go. We'll blame it on the cocaine. Okay.
yeah,
We'll
blame it
blame
on the
it on
goose
the
that had
cocaine.
him feeling loose.
Yeah.
Blame it on the something. But yeah, but I do understand that there again, like I said, years ago, it was some stuff that I said I'll never do that I have done
Mhm.
now. It's still some stuff right now that I say I'll never do that. That's why I say 99%. I'll never say,
Right.
I don't speak in
Right.
absolutes. I'm like,
Right.
I'll
Right.
100% never do that. But, you know,
So, as for right now, what are your lines that you won't cross? What are your deal breakers in that realm?
uh, I ain't got to the point where I'm willing to let my ass be tampered with in any type of way.
Okay.
And people have tried to convince, they tell you how you don't know your body. I got jokes about this too. Like they tell you like, well, you just don't know your body. That's where the man's G spot is at. And I was like, well, I was never looking for it.
Indeed.
But
Indeed.
yeah, so that's pretty much the only thing I ain't experienced is like nobody ate my ass, nobody put nothing in there. Nobody like rubbed around the rim, like nothing like that. So that's probably the
Ain't
place where
nobody priming your ass.
yeah, then nobody like
You like it
yeah, then nobody like try to DJ scratch my shit like like nah, that ain't happen. But again, I don't want to be like, man, 100% that should have never happened because I feel that way today. But I don't want to turn 39 and be like, damn boy, 10 years ago you was talking shit. Now look at you.
Now look at you, right?
Now yeah, so
Now you can't wait. You and that motherfucker jet. Listen, one of
that's
my
see, but see the
homeboys can
problem. See, that's the problem. See how you like? I'm just like, I don't know. It's a lot of stuff where that you question like, damn, what's even a cool position? Like, I can't have my legs back. You can't have your ass in the air ever. That's never cool.
Yo, that's too funny. So one of my homeboys was on here one time. He was talking about how to get his ass ate like a real nigga, and I'm like, what is that? Like, what does that look like? Getting your ass ate like a real nigga?
I
Like,
was gonna say,
the way you do that, you're in a position of submission. Is that being a real nigga? Like, help me understand what that means.
yeah, because my thing is, okay, laying on my back with my legs up, I just can't see it happening. It
You
feels
can't do
too much like how women be. Then your ass in the air. I got kids.
that.
I got kids, T. Gray, and what I can't. You got to pick this thing from like. What if your son walk in on you and your ass in the air? You got to explain that. I can explain everything. I can
What
explain
would you
everything.
say?
Like I don't know, because I can explain every. I can explain everything
Daddy,
else like that.
Daddy, why is your butt in the air?
Exactly
What is
that. Why
mommy
was you?
doing to
Why
you?
was your mouth? Why was your mouth on her like that? Well, son, you're gonna find somebody you love, and you're gonna do these types of things. Dad, why were you on top of that lady doing that? Well, son, you're gonna find somebody. I can't really have him be like, Dad, why was your ass in the air?
Wait, hold son. When she loves you.
Yeah, cause I like picture myself driving. I feel like he asked me while I'm driving. I gotta just have an accident right now to change the subject. We gotta move on. Dad, why was that? Cause why was your booty in the air? Ah, son. In life, you got two options. Like I don't know. You got nothing.
Yo,
So
that's real talk though. That's real talk though. So I was just because I think about these things all the time. A child's perception of love, especially a kid that walks in on their parents having sex, that's their perception of love because that's what we tell kids. We always say when somebody loves you that
exactly.
this is what happens. And so when they go out into the world, we get mad when they start fucking because they think they in love. They think that what they see, oh, well,
Yeah,
since I love, I'm supposed to do what mommy and daddy. Like we didn't even realize, y'all, we did that to these kids.
yeah. So
We
so
did
you
that.
saying we just might want to keep it real. So like if you walk in, if your son walk in and you are in love, then you can say that was love. But then if you walk in the next time and it's not love, you'd be like, son, that wasn't love. I was fucking that time, son. I'm sorry.
Yes, I'm
Just keep it
scratching.
real. Okay.
This
Hopefully
is
he
what
just don't
fucking
walk in.
is. And every
Hopefully he
once in a while, if you're lucky, she'll eat your ass.
yeah, see? If you're lucky. I didn't know. See, I didn't you gotta tell me. I didn't know that shit. I knew that rabbit's feet. I knew that four leaf clovers. I didn't know getting your ass eaten was on the list of what's lucky. You're like, okay, that makes sense.
It's a listen like shit. If you ever had the experience and the bitch ball you up in a fetal position and you just you'll realize, oh, I was lucky that day.
But see, actually, my friends who have had it done, my friends who have had that done actually will tell me that. They be like, bro, look. And the crazy thing is always in the few friends that have told me, it's always like a older girl that does it.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess like you say, like where you say we so young that we haven't experienced everything, unless you have been with like a girl that's like, mid 30s, closer to 40s, then and you let them, But
So
you know,
the cougars and young dudes, like you're right in that range where older women are like, yeah, let me go get this young boy and show him something.
What?
If
Fresh
you,
on the line.
pretty much, pretty much. If you weren't in a relationship, like, would you be open to dealing with an older woman?
Yeah, I don't see why not. They actually, it's actually better. Like younger girls are more annoying because younger girls want to. I guess I'm getting to an age where this won't be the case, but when you're like, like 25 and 26, like certain ages, you're still at the age where girls like attention. So if we're not if we're not together like that, I don't understand why you're telling everybody about like that we are together, or why you want to screen like younger girls screenshot people. Older women got bills to pay. They're not worried about screenshotting you and like exposing you. Plus,
Yeah.
they don't know how to use Instagram. I don't care if I get exposed on Facebook. Ain't
First
nobody
off,
else.
hold on,
Hey,
wait.
I'm
Time,
playing.
be fun. So when you say, "Oh, the women," my nigga, okay, on this show, you need a better what age range?
Hey, look, older women is
What
for
you
me.
talking about?
If I'm 29,
Yes, be
older women
specific,
is like
goddamn.
older. I think that I think when we stop sharing cultural experiences, you have become older. So, like,
He
if you
said, "I'm
like,
gonna give you the most politically correct answer I can find.
yeah, because
It
like,
has nothing to do with numbers."
if I bring up the early 2000s, if I say like, yo, you remember that we was doing the chicken head to chingy right there, you're gonna know exactly what I'm talking about. You remember big T-shirt, you're gonna know what I'm talking about. Now, if you tell me like, nah, you remember in '91 when da 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 da, I'd be like, look, baby, I wasn't born till. so so I guess to put a number on it, like
That's too
36 to
funny.
like
Damn.
48 is
Damn.
like would I go into the
Really?
50s? I don't know.
Yeah.
You got
I'm
some
in
like
the
Halle
older
Berry.
bitch category. Damn, y'all.
It's like I said, when we stop sharing cultural experiences.
Listen, it was so funny about what you're saying. Like it was this TikTok just a couple weeks ago that everybody was up on, and the dude, the voiceover is like, these older chicks, 35 plus, they killing it on these young girls. They got y'all on these young girls. And I was like, are they really saying 35 is the older chick? And so it's all these chicks who got the voice and they all pose and they all size and shit. I'm like, well, hold on, bitch. They saying you old, bitch. You're 35.
Hey,
Like,
look, but
baby. Like, are
y'all
we
can't
getting insulted for real? Y'all don't hear this shit.
y'all can't take older as an insult, because a lot of times that be would make your it's okay. Should we start saying experienced?
Yes, there needs to be another word. And I say that
Experienced,
because I want
knowledgeable.
another word for my age group.
Oh,
Goddamn.
seasoned. We'll
I
say
don't I don't even know if I want to be seasoned because seasoned make me feel like I got gray hairs on my cooch. So
nah. Seasoned is like
I'm sorry. These words will fuck y'all. These words fuck me up. I'll be quite
you
honest.
just gotta embrace. Look,
These words
I
fuck
don't
me
know.
up. As a woman and as a woman who is getting older, you know what I mean, and sliding into whatever that range is of men who consider what a cougar is or whatever, it's like, dang, like it's just for me, I'm like that old nigga who still die his shit. Like that's how that like that's how it makes me feel. So when I'm hearing these words and I'm hearing these things, it's like, dang, but my titties are still tittying and this ass is still nice. Like, you know what I
Look,
mean? This young good. You know what I mean? But like, yes, I'm experienced and I'm not no hoe, but I fucked enough niggas to know that my shit's all right. You know what I'm saying? It's
yeah.
like I want to be understood and respected and seen as a person who has experience, so I'm going to wear you out. But at the same time, I don't want to be the person that you think, oh, if I fuck her, she might buy me some Jordans or a new game. I don't want to be her.
No,
I
no,
don't
but see,
like. I don't want to be her.
the younger girls is gonna buy the Jordans in the new game. That's who gonna do it. Not the older women.
I don't even want you to think I'm about to get up and cook. Neither. Like
The
that
older.
might not.
So just
Alabama put BAP.
so when we say older, when we say older, understand that we're not calling you old. We're just saying
Right.
older than us. You just older than me.
Shit, nah, nigga. Older is older is what it is.
Older than me. That's it.
Older is what it is. But I think that uh it takes a lot though for women who are older to start hollering at these young dudes sometimes. I'm not at that age yet. Like I feel like I'm towing the line like shit, y'all ain't even gonna lie. I feel like I'm towing the line, but I can't see it for real. I can't see me approaching a young dude. Like I wouldn't even know what to say to nobody in their 20s, early 30s. Like I couldn't even imagine what the conversation would be when I was a younger female and older men always hollering at me. I thought that shit was normal. I thought that was just the way life was until there was a shift. And now the older dudes are like, oh, nah. If I tell them how old I am, they think I'm too old. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
What the fuck does that mean? And now the young dudes are like looking at me a little different, like, hold up. I don't want you, little boy. That's the first thing that come to mind, little boy. What do I do
See,
with you, little boy?
we never feel like we too young though. Like once we shoot our shot, we understood how old we was when we said it.
Yeah.
So as soon as you be like little boy, like look, I'm not no little boy.
Exactly.
I guess
Exactly.
I
That's
guess you
crazy.
maybe you're not a cougar unless you old enough to have a son my age.
There it is. We gotta put a new
Yeah,
definition to what it is.
yeah.
If my child could be your age, boom.
Then you're a
So,
cougar. But if
so
not,
I
then
think they need to take cougar and older need to be right together.
yeah.
Those two words need to go hand in hand. Where I am, we got to come up with some new shit for this phase of life right
Oh, and
here.
like okay, so you're not quite
Like
cougar
I
yet.
still know what you're talking about. Like we still technically kind of came up on the same shit. You was a little kid, I was just an older kid. Still
Yeah,
technically,
coach. That's why I
like I
say
remember
culture.
that shit.
That's why I say the
Yeah.
culture matters. So like let's say we trying to watch versus battles. I might want to watch the Soldier Boy versus Bow Wow versus battle. But if Miss, Margaret want to watch the Isaac Brothers and Earth, Wind, and Fire, I got we might not have the same. I'd be like, what song is this? What year did this come out? What grade was you in? Like, oh man, this was right after JFK. Like,
That's stupid.
so I guess it's
That's
the cultural
stupid.
things that make you. We got the same understanding of like the world if we
Right,
a certain distance apart. So then you're
right,
not a cougar or an older woman. We the same. You know
right.
what I mean?
But it's definitely things that I feel like can be learned across the board sexually. Um, and for the young dudes who's watching, I ain't like, don't get mad at me, but I feel like you guys definitely bring that stamina. You know what I mean? Y'all definitely bring that upper body strength sometimes. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying? Y'all
yeah,
definitely bring a certain level of tenacity. You know
yeah.
what I mean? But it's something about an older guy. It's something about and I'm gonna say with 45 plus, like that level of experience is just different. Like I feel like a young dude will fuck you, an older man will fuck your entire body, your soul, your everything. Like it's definitely more of a head to toe experience. And
That's
maybe
because
that's
that's
what it is,
because
and I could be wrong, but go ahead.
that's because I'll say this: when I was like 15, I could just get on the basketball court and hoop. Like no warm up, no stretch, no nothing. I stretch now. I got to get a couple shots in first. Them
Right,
older
right,
dudes got to warm
right.
up. If they just jump out there on you, they gonna pull something. Somebody gonna catch a cramp.
That
This ain't
old
good for you.
football injury, boy, that
This
knee.
how the fuck I took my ACL. So so they taking their time because they warming up too. Like let me get my body. So I think that as you get older, you just learn how to take your time and be more patient. And like you
Mm,
do start to learn that it's a lot of it is mental.
mhm.
Most of it is mental. That's why when you think about like dudes and their stamina, a lot of times dudes is coming quick because mentally they was already like excited.
Mhm.
So I think just as you get older, you find out it's more mental. So older dude may just have that understanding, like, let me make, even if I just met her, let me make her like me first, because I got this understanding that when they like you, it just they perform different or they feel different, versus when it's just we just here for the physicality. Let's just get it over with. And that applies to guys too. I know that sex with somebody that I like or that I got like feelings for is different than sex with somebody that's like, oh, you just look good. I just want to, hit that. It's the experiences is totally different. So
Most definitely. Most definitely. So, what would be, well, no, let me not ask that. Let me ask this. What's most important about sex to you at this phase of life? What's most important to
I think, like I said, that for me, that my girl is satisfied. I don't want her in her mind like, damn, I like everything else about him, but this shit gotta change. Like, so I think for me that'd be it. For myself, guys is not hard to satisfy. If you think about like, if you think about even all the things that we need, even to satisfy ourselves for masturbation, y'all need
you?
like toys. It's a whole section of like extra of extra utensils to help y'all masturbate. Where we just need some lotion, some coconut oil, some whatever type of, and our
I would
I mean,
say
they got little toys now for dudes, but we don't.
they we do have toys, but the word need, nah, I think it's a want because I can surely get the job done with just these two jumps right here.
Yeah,
Like just these two jumps right here for real. I can bust in 30 seconds. If I'm really on a mission for real, I can get one off while I go to work just to make sure I have a good day right here.
that's
Like I don't
that's the mental part again. Because now you
yeah,
like
like I
telling
just
yourself like, come on, let's go
need
ahead
all
and
those
do this.
toys. We do have them. They are a bonus.
Yeah,
But you know what though? The stuff that they have for men, I think it's pretty dope. Like they have this one squishy type situation that's kind of like a sheath that you could put on that feels to feel like regular vagina, and a lot of men are loving it. I wish I had the name of it right now. But
it's not the pocket pussy, is it? I heard of that.
no, I don't think it's called a pocket pussy.
I've heard
Uh,
of that. And then they
I
got
don't
like
know
where you
what the
can
name
get
of it
just
is.
they got like where you can get like just body parts. There used to be like a
Yeah,
whole globe doll, but
yeah,
now it's just
yeah.
like you just had the butt and the
Mm-hmm.
and you just be in there by yourself using your imagination.
Yeah. My homeboy bought a torso. Another comedian. I'm not gonna say who. This nigga bought a torso and was like, "Yeah, T Gray, I just got this joint. I'm about to wear it out." I'm like, "Nigga, so what you gonna do with the torso? Nigga? You just
I guess
like,
it's
all
good.
right." But he used it. He's like he like really enjoyed it. Like he's like it's perfect. I'm
My
like,
thing is, do niggas be cleaning their torso?
yo, that part,
Like,
that part.
if so, how do you do it? Like,
Yes, that's an important question, yeah, because some of these toys, like dudes, just nut. First off, niggas is reckless with they nut.
that's what I'm
Okay,
saying.
that should be everywhere. Like, the
Yeah,
fuck was you doing? It be everywhere. Like, I couldn't imagine if
yeah.
you just keep hitting the same toy and you not
And
think to
there's a lot of niggas
clean.
who not washing their toy.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
nasty.
you fuck around and get all
Yeah, I'm gonna
pregnant.
call my homie tonight and be like, "What you? How many times you clean?"
Yeah, are you washing? Because I know you're not pulling out. Because any if pregnancy wasn't the issue, I wonder how many dudes would never pull out.
Never, ever.
Yeah, so when you're dealing with a toy, I guarantee they leaving it in there. So hopefully they cleaning it out.
Yo, so yo, Prophet Radio chimed in the fleshlight. I guess that's what I was talking about. The sheath that you all can use. It's called
The
a
flesh.
fleshlight.
Hmm.
Yeah, nigga, get out here and Google that shit.
Amazon, Amazon got them.
Probably.
Yeah, on Amazon.
Amazon has everything. Amazon has everything. So this has been fun. This has
Yeah,
been fun.
yeah, for
You
sure.
guys, we have chopped it up about, I feel like we went through about 5, 6, 7 different topics just now.
Yeah, random ones
Um,
too.
yeah, those make for the best conversations, you guys.
He
I
said,
swear to
"Yep, on Amazon.
God.
I got Prime too. Mine got here in a day. You order
That
right now,
makes
it could be here."
Yes, it makes for the best conversations. Before we head out though, you guys, this hour went by so quickly. I don't even feel like we've been on here that long. I feel
Yeah,
like
it
we've
did. It did go by
just been
fast.
chopping it up for like 20 minutes or so. But before we head out, we're gonna again make sure that everybody has your social media. Again, let's talk about these shows, you guys, because it's Love Below Vets in the building, future vet, because I think Daniel's coming on in June. So first he's doing a show, you guys. C-Mac Productions presents Daniel Dugard's headlining in Bakersfield Comedy Bash, April 29th at 8 p.m. So if you all are in the Bakersfield, California area, y'all better get on there. Featured guest Andre Covington, Dan and Green's gonna be a lot of laughs, a lot of chocolate. That's an all chocolate show.
Yep.
Whew.
And
And you know,
all them guys are headlining comedians. So that one gonna be
yeah.
a little bit. Everybody
Yeah.
gonna bring it that night.
Yes. So if
Yeah.
you all ready, go ahead. Hello, get your tickets. Y'all see that food cocktails gonna be in there. Doors open up at 7. And then that following what in June?
July.
Yes,
July
July.
23rd.
My baby TK Kirkland, who I absolutely love. You all have seen him. We did a dynamic one-on-one right before the pandemic, y'all. That was the last time we had a one-on-one, but I'm gonna see him soon. And that's gonna be July 23rd, 8 p.m. You guys, where is that at? Also a C-Mac production.
Yeah,
C-Mac
that's gonna
out here
be
doing a thing.
same place. So
Okay.
these shows out here in Bakersfield, California.
Yes, yes. So you all, if you're in that area, y'all make sure y'all slide on through, see some of these dope ass comedians. Definitely support him as a host out here doing his thing. Make sure that you all follow him. Where can they follow you at and find you?
Y'all can follow me on Instagram at thisis_DJTV. And yeah, like she said, make sure y'all follow me because yeah, I'm about to be starting to come to a city near y'all, wherever y'all at. Trying to get
Yeah,
out. I'm trying to get all over the place. So make sure
most
y'all follow me
definitely.
so y'all can see them flyers, see them skits. That's the most important part. You know what I'm
Let me
saying?
tell you
Flyers. You know what I'm
something, because
saying?
this boy is funny. You're
Yeah.
funny.
Yeah. Thank
And
you.
I tell you what, I know a lot of people have a certain perception connotation of the comedians who do the skits because everything is edited and it's not the same as stand up, but one, it's not supposed to be the same as stand up.
Yeah.
Let's start there. But the writing is hilarious.
Yeah.
I don't know if you write by yourself, if you have a team, if you have whatever, but the writing is hilarious. Like your funny is conveyed in the proper way, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Thank you.
And then visually, like it's so many of your videos. I was just like, this nigga funny as shit. So when I
Yeah. Thank you.
finally reached out, like I don't remember which one it was. I said, I've got to get him on my
Yeah.
show.
Thank you.
But definitely you are missing out on a treat. So definitely support this man. Yo, he is building, he's doing this thing. He's funny, it's genuine. And he don't like his booty ache yet. We'll see where he is in another year
Yeah.
from now.
I
We're
guess we
going
can
to
come back on when I
yeah.
guess we can come back on when I'm 39.
We'll put in a call to his girl and be like, what's up? What's happening? What's
Yeah.
the
Just get an
progress?
update from her. Still no. All right. We'll call back and like
I
yeah.
mean, I don't know. Your 30th birthdays, you got to do something,
Set up a follow up call. Hey,
I do
Mr.
do sex
T. Gray.
advice. I do sessions. Yes, yes, I do
Yeah.
do sessions. But definitely, sex is going to change for you. You know what I mean? And I look forward to you having new experiences and trying some new shit and seeing some different shit and really just kind of diving in. Like, I would suggest get a book on Tantra, especially since you are in love and this is the person that you want to be with. That is a very good sexual foundation is having a tantric experience.
A
Any
book on tantra.
Yes, and I tell you why. Sometimes in relationships, as we grow, as we stay together for years and years, sometimes things can get stale, not on purpose, but sometimes it can. Sometimes we get comfortable. Um, if you ever find that you've gotten too comfortable, if you ever find that there is a shift in the intimacy and it's not as spontaneous or not as fun or not just not what it used to be, tantric sex is a very great way to rekindle most things in that area. It's a very
Yeah.
great way to kind of reignite. It's a great way to reconnect. It's a great process in deepening the intimacy, because it starts off non physical and then it has to grow over time. So
Right.
definitely dive into that, because even though now you might not need it 4 or 5 years, it's going to be a point where it's going to be helpful.
Yeah.
That's one. Two, don't ever overlook old school Kama Sutra. Take some of those positions, toss those shits in a bucket, toss them in a hat, toss them in a whatever, and at least once a month or every 2 weeks, pull out some new shit. Um, we all have positions that we like. And most women, we could tell you what our dude's five. You know what I mean? And not that it's a bad thing because those five fucking work, but if your woman can never get to a point where she can be like, yeah, I know you're gonna do this, and then you're gonna do that, and then you're gonna do this, and then now it's predictable. Even if it's
Yeah.
enjoyable, even if she's coming in, you know what I mean, you're gonna get her there. You don't ever want your woman to be able to predict so much. You want her to every once in a while be like, damn, baby, where you learn that at? Damn, how you do that? Give her something new. So and allow her to do that same thing for you. And so if you get a great book on Kama Sutra, you have never ending positions, you might as well say. Every once in a while, every 2 weeks or once a month or whatever, pull some shit out, try some new shit, keep it fresh. I know you want to do it on the plane, baby. I know that's going to happen for you. But along the way, always just try to make sure that you never forget that there's always something new to learn.
Yeah.
When it comes to sex, and the same with comedy, we got to study. We have
Yeah.
to study those, you know what I mean, who came before us. We have to learn and find our own voice in what we're doing. And then we have to leave a mark for somebody else behind us to follow. It's the same thing with sex. We have to study some of the shit that has come, because the things that are out here that people think has been around for years. It was never anything special about it. It was. Research this shit, found out where the fuck it came from. Like, oh God, I've been doing this wrong all this time. But then learn yourself, learn the type of lover that you are, understand who you are as a lover, and understand what you want your partner's reception to be to that. You know what I mean? Who you are as a lover is deeper than what their experience is. Who you are as a lover is going to go with you. If you're in another relationship, was going to go with you as you grow into this one. You want to be able to cultivate who that is at your core. You know what I mean? If you take away money, you take away sex in general. That's who we are at the core, who we are as a lover. If you take away having a partner at all, who does that still make you as a lover?
Yeah.
So, cultivate that, work on that. Like your 30s is going to be a fun time. It's
Yeah.
going to be a fun time. And if you ever get to a point where you want some gas station pill shit, I'm going to pray for you. Okay, stay healthy, my nigga.
I
Drink
got
your
the gas
water,
station.
son,
Yeah.
because these gas station pill niggas is out here dying.
Nigga. Oh.
Trying to kill the pussy, they're dying along the way.
Yeah. Yeah. Be
Yeah, but
having a
stay
relationship last
healthy.
longer than 4 hours.
Yeah, shit, yeah. My
Contact.
homie just told me about a shot that you get, and it's for ED, but you get the shot. The shot keep you hard for 4. I'm like, yo, who wants to be hard for 4 hours? Like after you fuck,
You got to become
then
concerned
what?
at a certain point.
Then you just walking around with hard dick for 4 hours, man? Like
Yeah.
you know what I mean? So definitely stay fit, stay healthy. Do the things that you should as a man. Make sure you drink plenty of water. Make sure you always be up on your pineapple juice so your woman can also always have some good tasting nut. Like it's just, along the way. Along the way. That
Hold
was
on,
just,
somebody, can you hear me?
yeah, I can hear you. Somebody called you. Y'all niggas don't know we over here doing something. I'm over here trying to school the young
Are you
man.
able to hear me?
Yes. Yes.
Somebody
Can you
called
not
me,
hear
so now
me?
I can't, and I ignored it, but
You
I
can't
can't
hear
hear you
me?
now.
Oh, well, it's okay. Because I'm about to wrap up.
All
Maybe
right, I
you can't
can't hear you.
understand my sign language. It's okay.
If
Let
I
me see.
can I exit out and come back in?
Yes.
All right.
Yes. Mm. Let him come back in for a hot second, you guys, because I see that we have ran overtime. T Gray was out here trying to give a little bit of knowledge to the young man. Give it a little bit, just a little bit. Because, yo, seriously, sex, you all know, because we're all different ages, we're all at different stages. Sex changes for us, but what's most important about that change and how it occurs is what we learn about ourselves. Sometimes we don't figure out who we are as lovers and what we really like until later. When we get past what we were raised to believe, when we get past our hangups, when we get past the influence from our friends or the influence from our family, when we get past whatever the experiences that we already had of, when somebody can or won't let you really have the experience that you need or want to have, or isn't willing to meet you there. Like, it's so many things that when we get a little bit older, we've already treaded those things, and then we get to really have the fun. Then we get to really learn ourselves. Then we get to really jump out there and see, what else is here, what else is different, what else, you know what I mean, and just have a space to have an open mind. There's so much that we can close ourselves off to without even ever trying it. Sometimes sex is just like new food. If you don't know if you like it, if you ain't never tasted it. So definitely get out there, try some new shit, do some new shit, have some new experiences, and don't be open. Don't leave yourself to being closed minded. Be open. Have some fun, you guys. So I was just wrapping up with the people.
Okay.
I just wanted to speak some things into you and June. I didn't even realize you were so young, yo. But yeah, I just want to speak some shit from the old bitch corner.
Yeah, I got.
From the old girl, not quite cougar.
Yeah,
Old
we're not
chick.
saying them words no more.
I'm just
Now you're
messing
not
with.
old enough to have a son my age, so
I
I can't
am
say
not.
I can't say
I'm not.
older.
Listen, you just old enough to be my little brother.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, I guess that makes me a pedophile. Shit.
No, no, yeah,
Shit.
there's
The way
actual definitions to pedophile. We got so, but
But you guys, this has been fun. This has been a good time. Again, make sure that you follow my guest at this is underscore DJTV. Get some of this fantastic content. If you're in the Bakersfield, if you're in California, if you're anywhere over there, make sure you head out to his shows, you guys. Follow him. Go get this funny. He's hitting these stages hard with some of the best comedians in the country. And I look forward to catching up with you. Hit me when you get your ass ate. We'll talk about it. We're gonna definitely bring you back on at some point. In the meantime, in between time, you guys, I will be right back here next week. You all already know what it is. A Sex Talk with T Gray. Bye bye.
all right, thank you for having me too.
Thank you. Sorry I ran over. Was you about to say something?
Yeah, but my mic is muted.
Oh.
Yeah, it's cool. How's everything though?
Uh, everything's all right.
All right, cool.
Everything's all right. Everything all right with you?
Yeah, everything cool. Just having car trouble. That's it. But other than that, everything is good.
Car trouble does suck. It does suck.
Yeah. So have a good night. I guess I'll see you guys. Well, I'll see you and the other ladies tomorrow.
Yeah.
So don't stay
Yeah.
up too late.
I'm not.
All right. Have a good night.
All right, you too. Bye bye.
All right. Bye.